What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. In today's video, well, you already know what time it is. That's right, you guys. Today is day one of the Virtua Fighter 5 collaboration with the King of Fighters All-Star, the latest collaboration for this game, which has now pretty much rounded up most of the most important fighting game IPs in the history of all video games, which is pretty incredible to think about at this point. But here we are, Virtua Fighter 5 is officially here in the game, and we are going to be pulling on the first volume banners. That's right, you guys, we're going to be going for AKIRA Yuki, we're going to be going for Pai-chan, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe, and let's just go ahead and get into today's video, because it's going to be an exciting one, guys. I'm excited for this. This is going to be good stuff. So if we take a look here, of course, we do have a pop-up window, and then we have the Volume 1 banner, right? So if we take a look here, of course, it is going to be AKIRA Yuki, and it is going to be Pai-chan. And I want to take a look at the kits first, and then we'll get into the summons, because we are going to have some tickets in today's video. We're going to have some login rubies, our normal rubies, rip, but we are going to be going in on the banner with pretty much everything in today's video. But I want to go ahead and talk about AKIRA Yuki. So AKIRA Yuki is a yellow element attack type, very good element typing. I am very happy with this. I want this character mainly not just because of the kit, which we'll get into, but because I need help on yellow a little bit with my EX fighters, so this will be a big boon to the account if I can, of course, pull him, right? But taking a look at the character, the leadership ability is going to increase extreme fighters attack by 50% and strike skill damage by 50%. Really good. That's a fantastic leadership ability, and overall the leadership abilities I'm seeing so far with this collaboration are really good. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to Pai-chan here momentarily. But AKIRA Yuki looking very strong here as a yellow attack type, very good leadership ability. He has that 30% power charge rate increase, which you love to see. And then you're basically going to see a lot of what you would have expected with this character, which is going to be the fact that he is going to be a damage dealer, right? So you're seeing a lot of DPS oriented buffs here, whether it be to your critical damage rate or your skill enhanced to your strike skills, your attack increases, etc. But we need to talk about his cores that are going to be, of course, his exclusive cores, right? So we have to the top to lead it off here. This is going to deal additional damage equal to 10,000% of attack with a 45% chance to petrify the target for 0.5 seconds upon landing a strike skill, guard included. 10,000% of attack is the multiplier on this core. Good God. Yeah, he's gonna hit like a Mack truck, and you're gonna see that going through this kit, but that right there is kind of ridiculous. Plus you have that 45% chance to petrify, which is also really good. So overall, in things like PvP, for example, that'll be really nice. Now, he does have onto the top, which is his first exclusive core, he actually has the Virtua Fighter 5 exclusive on here. So a lot of times we're used to seeing it on the last core. This time it's on the second to last core. I just thought that was interesting. I'm sure it's probably happened before, but it's normally on the last one. So, you know, nerdy stuff. It's what happens when you've played this game this long. But anyway, when it comes to the Virtua Fighter 5 fighters exclusively, it increases their own finisher damage by 15% up to 150% upon landing basic attacks, and removes the finisher damage and increases own basic attack damage by 500% for 5 seconds after using a finisher skill. So, you know, questionable wording in there aside, this is still very good, is basically what that translates to. Increasing your own fighter's damage by 15% up to 150% upon landing a basic attack is really good in and of itself. But then you also remove the finisher damage increase effect and increase your own basic attack damage by 500% for 5 seconds after using a finisher. So basically you're going to be doing a lot of damage on your basics. So that's kind of how that works out in translated terms. So very good for their exclusive core for the Virtua Fighter 5 characters, but we need to get into his second exclusive core because that was only the first one. 10 Years Too Soon is the name of this one. It makes him immune to stun, fear, petrify, burn, and chill. So there's your immunities there. Lately, they've been wanting to put immunities on all these characters, and he seems like he is obviously no different. And going forward, it seems like that's going to be kind of the idea there, is to have a grab bag of immunities that these characters will carry. Gains damage immunity for 5 seconds when his HP is 30% or below on a cooldown of 8 seconds. And gains a critical hit shield that absorbs damage for 7 seconds if its HP is 80% or below. We all know what that one does, right? So overall, really, really good. This is basically his kind of defensive core, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's got his immunities. It has his damage immunity for 5 seconds when his HP is 30% or below on a cooldown of 8 seconds, which is actually a pretty nice little save there. That'll come in handy quite a bit. Plus, he has that crit shield in there. So yeah, he's going to have some survivability as a yellow attack type, which is really, really good. So that is what we have for the cores. It gets better though as we get into the skills. So the first thing you're going to notice is he is going to have Strike Specialist and Concentrate. We all know how good Concentrate is. So basically this time around, if we take a look, this is actually going to be on his charge skill, his S3, which we'll talk about when we get to the skills, or his Concentrate, which we already could have pretty much assumed based on seeing the trailer and seeing he had a charge skill. If he had Concentrate, he was going to have it on that more than likely. He has Strike Specialist as his other option. It increases his own strike active skill damage by 100% and decreases his own active skill cooldowns by 90% for 10 seconds. So that's kind of what you got there. Both of these, very, very good. Panera Break. And overall, I think that this is going to be a character that is going to be very popular at A5 especially. Like, this is going to be a character that's going to perform ridiculously at A5. So you're probably going to see quite a few people try to go all in on him based on that alone, but we need to get into the skills because there's quite a bit going on here. So first up here, we are going to have, as you guys can see, a drive skill, chain skill, whatever you want to call it. And if we take a look here, it removes the enemy's guard, super armor, and hyper armor effects and decreases their defense by 90% for 10 seconds upon landing a skill, guard included. This resets the cooldown of, I believe that is his, what, his S3? Yeah, his S3. So it's going to reduce the cooldown of the S3 upon using a skill. So you reset it on a cooldown of 8 seconds. Also very good because that's, of course, going to be your charge skill, and increases the target strike damage received by 150% for 12 seconds upon landing a skill. So that's what you've got there on the first iteration of this skill, but it continues to get better. He applies stun and fear on targets for 3 seconds upon landing a skill against guarding enemies. So yeah, you get a stun and fear for 3 seconds. Not sure why you need both, but hey, you got both right there, and that's great because that'll help catch things that are maybe immune, etc. So very, very good. Deals additional damage equal to 3,000%. Yes, 3,000% of attack, and increases his own attack by 450% for 12 seconds upon landing a skill against non-guarding enemies. Yeah, damage. Again, the multipliers on this guy, they continue to be ridiculous, guys, so just pay attention to the multipliers. Big numbers, right? Next up on the S2, this is just a normal skill. Can be used when attacked, so it's limited to standing or airborne with a 90% chance to deal additional damage equal to 10,000% of attack upon landing a skill on the enemy. So there's another 10,000 multiplier there, and decreases the cooldown of, I believe this is the same skill, yeah. So this is actually going to decrease his own cooldown by 100% for 3 seconds. So this skill resets itself. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't really understand why we're having skills just automatically reset themselves. I thought we used to have, like, I don't know, a percentage-based chance. I'm thinking of, like, old head with the characters, but, you know, characters like SS Kios, S1, etc., where you'd have a base chance maybe, but not just, yeah, flat out here you get it back, but at least it's on a cooldown of 18 seconds. But still. And then he has a PvP exclusive of removing the target's immunity effects upon landing a skill against an enemy with less than 33% of HP. So that's what we got there. So overall, guys, again, ridiculous multipliers. Now, finally here, we do have the S3. We've talked about this several times and referenced it, so let's take a look at it. This is a charge skill. It can be used when attacked, so it's limited to standing, airborne, or knockdown, and gives you hyper armor for 4 seconds because it's a charge skill, duh. So let's talk about what it does. So basically, if we take a look here, we're dealing damage equal to 5,000% of attacked enemies upon landing a skill, and increasing our own strike skill damage by 100% for 12 seconds upon landing a skill, plus having a PvP exclusive of removing the target's guard, hyper armor, critical hit shield, and applies guard, hyper armor, and critical hit shield disabled for 2 seconds upon landing a skill. So basically, Again, questionable word choices here. Very hard to read this sometimes, Netmarble, but God. Basically what that equates to is you're removing all those different things and you're also blocking them from having the ability of applying them for 2 seconds, is what I'm translating that to keep it simple. Overall, very nice for the first part of this effect. But the fully charged version, which again, he has concentrate, etc. So think about your awakening spam and all these other things, deals additional damage equal to 10,000% of attack to enemies upon landing a skill, and increases on strike skill damage by 400% for 12 seconds upon landing a skill, and then again the PvP exclusive stays the same. So basically you're going from 5,000 to you're going to 10,000 again, and then you're going from 100% to 400% on the increase to your own strike skill damage. So again guys, ridiculous. His core finisher resets his own active skill cooldowns upon using a skill, because of course it does. And overall, this character looks like he is going to be absurdly fun to play around with, and I think is probably going to hit like a pure Mac truck. And I am very excited to play around with this character, if you guys can't tell. Very happy with how he turned out. Now, need to talk about PyChan. It's going to be a long video today, boys and girls. Strap in. So when it comes to PyChan, the second I saw this kit, I was going, what the hell am I reading? And I read it once. I've read this once, so I'm going to go through this again. But upon that first reading, I just looked at it and I go, why is this a thing? But we'll talk about it. So she is a purple defensive type, which is still very good. It's purples are kind of glutted. I'm not that high on having a purple element in the game on these characters normally anymore. It doesn't really phase me. I feel like a very oversaturated typing. But anyway, she is a purple defensive type, which is fine. Her leadership ability, though, increases Extreme Fighter strike skill damage by 50% and their basic attack damage by 30% and their attack speed by 2%. And this is actually something really fun, because I kind of want to play this with, I want to test this with my Shune. I want to test this out and see how that goes. But very, very good stuff with this leadership ability. And I think that this leadership ability is actually one that could be a big sleeper, and you might start seeing people use on characters, just specific ones, but that is a really good leadership ability. I like it a lot. Now, let's take a look at the cores though. 30% power charge rate increase is going to have an increase to critical rate, attack, HP, skill enhanced to strike, and critical damage rate. So that's what you got there. So we get into the exclusive cores. On Action Star, she increases attack speed of all teammates, including herself, by 2% for 12 seconds upon landing a skill on a chilled target. Next up, she increases her own basic attack damage by 3,000% for 12 seconds upon landing a skill on a shocked target, and increases own attack by 500% for 12 seconds upon landing a skill on a starlight target. And then on this core, she also again has the Virtua Fighter 5 core, whatever you want to call it at that point, but their exclusive core, whatever you want to call it, she has that on here as well. We already talked about it. So with this character, you're going to notice when we get to the skills, she has a lot of dot. It's kind of ridiculous. That's where I go, what the hell? But this character is going to be able to boost her own stats and her own abilities by having those different dots applied. So she wants to have those dots. They aren't just thrown in there. They're actually built into some of what's going on in her cores as well, which I think is really cool, because this is a rare character that has 3 separate dots, which is kind of ludicrous, but at the same time, I'm here for it. So let's talk about her final core here. Basically, this reflects Chill, Shock, and Starlight, and she's immune to freeze. So instead of just straight up being immune to certain things, she can reflect them. So instead of being more defensive, it's also offensive. Really nice. I actually almost would prefer to have reflection than I would to have just pure straight up immunity. Only from the standpoint that in things like when you're playing League and you're playing an Absolute War and things, that can actually just straight up win you the game. It really can. So I enjoy that kind of thing on my characters at times for certain game modes. 40% chance to freeze the target for 0.5 seconds, and then gains damage immunity for 5 seconds if her HP is 30% or below on a cooldown of 8 seconds. So she doesn't have the shield, but she does have an immunity for 5 seconds, which is good, on a cooldown of 8 seconds, which is also good. And again, she has reflex on there, so this character cores already look very good. However, we need to talk about what we got here on the skills, because this character is fun. First up here, we take a look at the EX skills. She has Heavy Blow. This resets tag cooldowns and increases all team members' strike skill damage by 50% for 15 seconds upon use. And then she also has advanced basics. This resets the tag cooldowns and increases basic attack damage of all team members, including herself, by 50% for 15 seconds upon use. So you can already see, if you have her at A5, this is probably going to be more of a support EX skill oriented character. So that isn't necessarily at all a bad thing whatsoever, but do keep in mind that she's going to be more of a supporter on her EX skills, put it that way. So next up here, let's talk about her skills themselves, because this is really where this character starts to get really fun. So the S1 is going to be a chain skill, drive skill, what have you. It is going to give you that super armor. It can be used when attacked, but it's limited to standing or airborne. It is also going to deal radiant damage, and it's going to deal that for 12 seconds. So all to nearby enemies, all nearby enemies, 1000% of attack, every 1 second, damage received increased by 100%. So it's your basic radiant damage dot. And then basically after that, you have a PvP exclusive of reflecting damage received while using a skill. And that's what you have on the S1 for the first part of the chain. The next part of the S1 is going to decrease the cooldown of Bokutai for which skill is that? That is actually the same skill. So on the same S1, it's going to reduce the cooldown by 100% for 4 seconds upon using a skill. Cooldown is 15 seconds on that. So another one of these skills where you can reset it, basically 100% chance to reset itself, right? Very, very good. Next up, increases yellow, red, and green element fighters' attack by 300% for 20 seconds upon using a skill, and deals additional damage equal to 30,000% of attack to enemies upon landing a skill. 30,000. Why? What is that multiplier? Yeah. Okay, sure. That's the S1. It deals a lot of damage, but jokes aside, this actually is very interesting, and I want to unpack something real quick. And I'm not worried about runtime today. It's 6K subs, Virtua Fighter 5. We're having fun. We're increasing yellow, red, and green element fighters' attack by 300% for 20 seconds upon using a skill. This is really, 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 really good for support. Like, really good. This is going to be a character that you can use in a lot of different things. I'm specifically looking at the Alexandrite dungeon with this, or things of its ilk. But this character definitely looks interesting to me, and I'm very excited to get my hands on her. I don't care how that sounds. I want these characters. Anyway, on the S2, she drops lightning on nearby enemies upon using a skill, because of course she does, and recovers 4% of her HP every 0.5 seconds while using a skill. So that is going to be the S2, but it's only the first part of it, because this is also a derived skill. So this does have a PvP exclusive, by the way. Prevents the opponent from gaining damage reflect effects for 10 seconds upon using a skill. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, damage reflect is actually like a pain in the ass in certain things. Like, I'm again looking at League and Absolute War, that can be very annoying, because sometimes your character will just straight up one-shot them, but you get one shot back, and then you're just like, crap. It happens. Sure, you've all been there. But with that said, very, very nice. So this character has a heal on top of being able to drop 2 dots already, and she's dealing really strong damage with an insane multiplier. But the second part of the S2 restores HP of all teammates, including herself, by 50% and power by 50%. Then decreases damage received of all teammates, including herself, by 99% for 3 seconds upon using a skill on a cooldown of 60 seconds. Why? Okay, sure. That's all built into 2 skills. We still have a 3rd skill. Wow. This character is already doing as much as some characters do, and she's not even done showing off her kit yet. The S3 can be used when attacked, limited to standing, airborne, or knockdown, gains hyper armor for 4 seconds, and then use this to apply cold spell to all enemies for 12 seconds. So while the S3, if you guys pay attention here on the S3, it is going to be the only one that is not a derived or chain skill, what have you. It is an S3 that gives you a 3rd dot, like we mentioned earlier. So we now see all 3 dots on all 3 skills. This character is going to be kind of nutty. And I do get the feeling that this is going to be, if not a just purely runaway hit with the fan base, as far as playing this game is concerned, and her being one of the more useful characters, I would not be shocked if she were. I think a lot of people will probably look at this and go, wow, this character can do a lot for my account. She resets her own active skill cooldowns upon using a skill, and she deals chill, shock, and starlight damage equal to 200% of attack to all enemies every 1 second for 20 seconds upon using a skill on her finisher. On her finisher, guys. I'm going to repeat this. Resets all of her own active skill cooldowns upon using a skill, and deals chill, shock, and starlight damage equal to 200% of attack to all enemies every 1 second for 20 seconds upon using a skill. Need I say any more? Overall, guys, this banner looks phenomenal. They did bring back some of the SS fighters. As you guys can see, this is particularly good. We just made a video the other day talking about how the SS and the BS fighters need to come back. And overall, I'm pretty happy with this banner. I think this banner is money. So that is what we have as far as this banner is concerned. And then we have the cards. So I want to take a look at this real quick. When it comes to the card set, we have 10 Years Too Soon Final Battle. So if we take a look here, the first one here is going to increase our Virtua Fighter 5 fighters critical rate by 7%. And then if we take a look at the second one, because all these cards now have different abilities on them, this one increases your fighter's combat power by 35,000. And then the final one, if we go back here, is going to be able to give you an increase to your Virtua Fighter 5 fighter's attack by 30%. So that's what you got for the different card effects here. And then as far as the set effect is concerned, you increase your own attack by 50% when an extreme fighter lands a skill up to 150%. You increase your own critical rate by 5% when a Virtua Fighter 5 character lands a skill up to 15%. And you increase your own critical damage by 135% when the critical rate reaches 15% with this effect. So overall, another phenomenal set from these collaborations, and it's specific to the collaboration fighters, but at the same time an incredibly strong set that you will definitely want for your characters going forward, especially if you're trying to min-max them. Really good stuff. If we take a look here, we do also have AKIRA's finisher. This increases his own basic attack damage by 50% and his strike active skill damage by 50% for 12 seconds when using it. And then we also have all three of the effects that we can get on here, either the bonus to attack, crit hit, or skill. So basically active skill and critical rate, or critical damage rather. So that's what you got there, and that's going to be available on both of their finishers. If we take a look at the finisher for Pai-chan, this deals 200% of attack as chill, shock, and starlight damage to all enemies every 1 second for 12 seconds after using it, because of course it does. Again, must-haves for your characters always with these 3 PG finishers, unless they've had them in the past, but in collabs, you absolutely need to make sure you get them. Other things we have here, we have, of course, the finishers returning for the characters on the SS side, so that's really nice as well. But then we also need to take a look at the option cards for this collaboration. So the first one here is going to increase our Virtua Fighter 5 fighters' critical damage by 20% and decrease their skill cooldowns by 1.3 seconds and increases the fighter's critical rate by 8%. So we have a skill cooldown card on top of the fact that we have crit damage and crit rate. Phenomenal. You want it. You need a couple of them. Probably want one for each one of your characters you're planning on building. It's that good. We also have Gathering of Masters. This increases Virtua Fighter 5 fighters' attack by 15% and decreases their skill cooldowns, but then increases their Virtua Fighter 5 fighters' critical rate by 10%. So another one that is going to give you more crit, it's going to give you more skill cooldown, but then it's also going to have attack on it. So you can have one of these with crit hit, or crit rate and crit damage, and then you can have one with attack and crit rate. So that's very nice as well. So you have 2 really good option card options there. Redundancy aside, but you guys know what I mean. So that's what we got as far as the banners are concerned. I think so far this stuff looks great. Now, is it your prerogative to wait for Jackie and Sarah? Go for it. That would make sense. Wait to see what you're gonna get there. But me personally, AKIRA's a must-have. I want AKIRA, and Pai-chan has over-impressed me with her kit on paper, and I gotta be able to try that out. So we're going to take a look here at what we've got as far as options go for pulling, and we're just going to get into the summons because we've already been here a while, but that's okay. Like I said, it's a first day of a collab, so we'll go with it. So we have a few things here. We have this special reward box that actually we now know has these coins here. I'm not even going to get into the kits for these other fighters on the event summon. I'm going to save that. So we're not going to get into that today, but we will go ahead and redeem that for now, and then we'll get into that here maybe at the end of the video, maybe in another video. We'll see how it goes. But we do have this one here. Now this one here is actually going to be for a multi of either the fighters or the cards. I don't really have a preference. Cards are a nightmare to pull on, so if it's cards, it's great. If it's fighters, that's great. I don't care. Let's see which one it is, because we need to go ahead and redeem this and get into our summons. And are they not going to give it to me? Oh, it's for both. Never mind, guys, it's for both. So you get both. Okay, cool. So, yay, bonus. So this is what we got now. We have 2 multis a piece and a little bit more for the battle cards for this banner. So of course, these don't go towards the pity. I'm not gonna sit here and make any estimates on how far I'm willing to go. I wanna wait and see kind of how we're doing. So you guys know me, praise Rico, believe in the heart of the cards, and let's go ahead and summon on the Virtua Fighter 5 Day 1, Volume 1, collab banner. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do our tickets first. We'll use the card ones first, and then we'll go to the fighters. So let's take a look here. All right, now again, we do have a little bit more than 2 multis on this one. So actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get the 2 out of the way. Start there, see what happens. Now, the card set is what I'm really worried about. Like, genuinely, is getting these card sets. It's always a pain in the butt on these collabs. I end up with 4 of like the same part of the set. You guys that have been here with the channel long enough, you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go ahead and do our first official multi. I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. At least I'm not using my rubies yet. Just think about how I'm gonna feel then. I hate pulling on these banners, but you know what? I'm not gonna let it bring me down today because I'm just excited for this collaboration. I think that this collaboration like has delivered. I'm going to wait to give my full opinion on the collaboration as a whole until I've had a little bit more time to play around with it. But I don't think it's necessarily the best collaboration we have ever had, but I'm very happy with what we've gotten. We'll put it that way. But then again, there is still quite a bit I need to play around with. All right, so we're getting a couple cards. That's awesome. And that's off tickets. We're getting a King finisher. I'm not even gonna be mad. I love you, King. All right, we got one of the option cards. That's great. So honestly, I'll take it. Well, actually, which one of these? I have all of them, but okay. I was just checking. I was curious. All right. So we have the option card. This is the one that does the critical damage and the critical rate. So we're good. All right, so we got one of those. We got those off tickets. That's great. So now we're going to get into the tickets for the fighters, right? So we'll go ahead and we've got 2 straight multis here. We'll just go in on the first one and we'll see what we get here. I would say that the card summons, honestly, we got something out of it, so I'm not going to complain at all. So we'll take what we can get when it comes to ticket summons, especially for the card banners. But all right, so we'll see here. We got one final multi. And then when it comes to these fighters, like, honestly, after looking at them both, I'd be just as happy with either. Okay, on tickets. All right, who's it gonna be? Either way, we win. I'll take it. I will take it. Hi, Pai-chan. Awesome. All right, so we got Pai-chan on tickets. Phenomenal. I'm happy with that. That works for me. All right, cool. So now we can get into the actual meat and potatoes. So I'm going to go in on the cards first. I want to get the finishers at least. And the reason I say that is because these finishers probably obviously aren't going to be on the other card banner for Jackie and Sarah. And if I decide I'm going in pretty heavily on that to get their cards, then I can still get the other pieces of the set. So the set isn't like an absolute must-have for me in this video. That I can kind of put off a little bit, but I do want to get the finishers. So we're just going to go in here. We already have one of the option cards for the crit rate and the crit damage. We want the one for the attack and the crit, but we'll just go ahead, see what happens here. Not going to make any guarantees. We are using our login rubies right now, So that's what we're using for these particular summons here. And I'm happy for that because we got nothing. Absolutely nothing. But those tickets, man, those tickets were fire. So, you know, going back to what I was talking about before Pai-chan showed her lovely face, I don't really have a preference on who I get most of. I'll just want something. I don't want to get screwed, put it that way. Please turn. No. All right. But yeah, as long as I'm not getting completely shafted, I'm not that upset. Oh, we'll see. Panera break. All right, let's go. We can continue. Red. I hate summoning on cards so much. Turn. Nothing ever turns for us in this game anymore. You guys remember back to, did we have anything turn in that last summon session? I don't think we actually did. It's become kind of a running joke here on the channel at this point. Like, if I don't see the rainbow color sheen to the card the second that it turns, it ain't turning from red to anything. Yeah, see? See? Didn't we just get that card? Pretty sure we just got that card. We are still on login rubies, so we're good. But yeah, overall, guys, let me know in the comment section how you guys are feeling about this, because I honestly think that this collab, whether you care for the IP or not, and I know that, again, there's people out there that don't, I personally am having a lot of fun with it, regardless of whether or not I have a ton of nostalgia for it. I have a lot of respect for it as an IP, but as far as nostalgia goes, I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you I played a lot of Virtua Fighter, which I didn't, but I will say that overall, I'm pretty happy with what we're getting for this collaboration. I think this collaboration has brought a lot with it. Please. Fine. Okay, so we pretty much blew through all of our login rubies there, and got absolute diddly squat. Well, not quite all of them, but pretty much all of them. So now we're into our actual rubies. This is where it starts to hurt. So hopefully it turns around. We haven't gotten anything so far on this card banner. Not a single thing. Not a single damn thing. I'm looking at you, you red card, you stupid, damn it, Yuri. Damn it. I hate card banners. I hate card banners with a fiery, burning passion. They're the bane of my existence and have been since the beginning of this channel. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna probably go to pity on this and get nothing. Here's looking at you, Manager Kiki. You gotta love it. All right, we got red. Somebody. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm not even shocked at this point. Well, let's hope our fighter summons go better than this, because this is not ideal. Not ideal. I've turned red. Hate that card. So many of that card. I foddered that card so hard. I'm gonna fodder that card hard. I'm already over this card summon. Do I need the finishers? Just skip it. All right, so we're getting a piece of the set. Now, whatever card, fun fact, if you guys did not know, whatever one of the card pieces that we get on this video today, first, we are going to get at least 3 more copies of in this video. Stay tuned. Yeah, so we got that one. Get familiar with that. Which one is this? This is part 1. Okay, well, fitting enough. It's the first one we've gotten. All right, so we'll continue. We're almost to the pity on the card banner, and we have gotten one piece of the card set. Be nice to get like a finisher, maybe. Somebody, come on. It's that damn Yuri card again, man. Why? All right. We're just gonna roll with it. We got 3 more to the pity. Things can change. Won't change. All right. I'm just gonna click. I'm gonna skip. Yeah. We keep getting like the same 5-star cards too. That's wild. If you've paid attention to that, I've at least gotten that Shizuru card once on this banner already. Just clicking. I don't trust you anymore. Oh, hey, something turned. Oh, hey, it's the other option. Okay, so that's not so bad. We got one more. if we could get one of the finishers here, that'd be clutch. We could just use the pity on the other finisher and just call it a day on the card banner for now, and then come back to it whenever the other fighters come out. But that's not going to happen. We got another piece of the set, though. Please don't be the first part of the set again. Hey, that's different. That's different. I'm pretty sure that's different. Guys, we managed to break the curse. We didn't get two of the same piece in a row. What is it? It's the second piece. All right, fitting enough. All right, so we don't have any finishers. We have one pity. We have two pieces of the set. I say we go in on this a little bit more. I need to at least get one finisher, because then I can use that pity on the other finisher. So I've got both option cards. I've got two of the three pieces of the set. I'm in great shape there. I just need to be able to get a finisher. So if they could go ahead and stop being stingy, I'm going to start clicking through this a little bit on these ones, just because I kind of want to get through this part. I hate this card banner so much, but my God. But yeah, I think that that's the play here, is we just continue to go, okay, this is going to be a dupe. There's no way they're just going to like naturally give us the set. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't think we've ever done that either. So, holy shit, I think they did. Did that happen? And we got them in order. We got the first piece first, we got the second piece second, we got the, oh my God. All right, well, we have the set. Freaking awesome. All right, we just need we need a finisher. Like, give us one finisher. If we have to go to an entire second pity to get one freaking finisher, I am going to, okay, please be a finisher. It'll be an option card. It'll be an option card, you guys watch. We just need a finisher. Oh my God. I can stop using rubies on this banner if you just give me one of them. My God. So this has actually been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, knock on wood, a wooden desk, thank God, for such occasions. Again, I'm clicking through these a little bit, but we just need, if we can get one finisher here, we can retire this banner. Like, we can retire from this card banner. But every single one of these hurts my soul. Because at this point, it's just like, give it to me. Like, why? 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 Good Lord. So yeah, I don't think we've ever accomplished that. Just naturally getting the set before we had to use like any selectors or anything on it, or exchange it or what have you. It's pretty wild to me. I'll take it, but at the same time, I feel like the trade-off here is this finisher issue. Because we need both finishers. Like, we're planning on building both characters, at least somewhat, right? So it's like, if we don't have the finishers, then we can't really do much. So, okay. If that is at piece 2, please be a finisher. This would be a perfect way to just end it. Yay, we got the finisher. All right, we're good. We're out. All right, so that was actually awesome, guys. We may have used a few more of these than we wanted, but we're out. All right, so we have the finisher. Which one did we even get? We got the attack, so that's fine. That's fine for now. We are happy. All right, so we are good. We can use the pity on the Pai-Chan finisher. We'll be in good shape. Let's summon on the fighters. So again, I don't care who we get here. As far as SS characters are concerned, I actually would like to have a couple of these, so that would be really nice as well if we get some of those. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in here. Again, I don't really care which one of these fighters that I pull. I just don't want to get absolutely shafted. That would be really, really nice. So we'll see. I'm not going to sit here and pick favorites. Just saying I would like to have them both. I've already got one. We did already get Pai-Chan on the tickets, which, hey, we'll take it. We're not going to complain, but still. But I want to be able to test both of these characters. Second multi, we got one. All right, guys, who's it going to be? There you go. Pai-Chan again. So we have an A1 Pai-Chan. We'll take it. All right, cool. Hey, if she wants to love us, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Again, I am very impressed with her kit. Now, AKIRA, technically, I want more just because I need the yellow. I'd like to have the yellow at least. But, you know, at the same time, I'm happy. Not going to complain. All right. Let's hope that we can keep this rolling here. And again, I'm not going to commit to how far I'm willing to go here. It's going to depend on how it goes. So we'll see. We'll see. An SS character? Hey, is that Terry? Has to be Terry. Oh, no. Terry. Mary. Duh. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Terry and Mary. They were shared a banner. All right, so one SS, one EX. And we're in, what is this, the 5th multi? Something like that? Hey. All right. All right, will this be our first AKIRA? So we now have 2 EX and an SS, and we're not even halfway to the pity. All right. Hey, nice. Here we go. Nice. All right, so we got AKIRA. So now we have an A1 Pai-chan and an AKIRA. Awesome. We will take that. Look at him. All right, cool. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. Oh boy. So, man, these rates, they make me nervous. They try to lull you into a false sense of security. I kind of want to give it a little bit on these just because I want to see if I get any SS in there too. Because I do, like that Mary, I actually needed that Mary. So. Hey! There we go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right. Who's it gonna be? All right, let's see here. We already have A1 Pai-chan and an AKIRA and an SS fighter in the form of Blue Mary. What are we getting here? We're getting another Pai-chan. All right, so we have an A2 Pai-chan, an A2 Pai-chan, and a Unawakened AKIRA. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Love you too, Pai-chan. Still need to get your finisher. I wish your finisher loved me. All right. Keep it going. Come on. And I wish you guys the best of luck as well on your summons. Hopefully, you let me know in the comments section which one of these characters you want or wanted, and let me know how your summons went if you've already summoned. If you're planning on waiting for Jackie and Sarah, by all means, that is awesome too. But just let me know in the comments section how you guys did and how you've made out so far on this collaboration. And later in the week, we will talk more about kind of just our general thoughts on the collaboration. First, I need to be able to play some of the content, which obviously it's only been out for a couple hours as of the recording of this video. Hell, the sun's just now coming up. So basically, you give me a little bit of time to play around with it, and I can give you guys a better opinion on all that. But overall, when I talk about the characters, I'm very excited about them. So, you know, hopefully, so far from what I've seen, the gameplay matches up with the quality there, but so far it's looking pretty good. So we're about halfway to the pity here. And we have an A2 Pai-chan, an Unawakened AKIRA, and one SS character. We got red. One of you want to turn? No. All right. Never know with those on these banners because it could be an SS or probably with the next banner, a BS character. That's what they did with the last collaboration is they had, each banner had a different pool, either had the SS or the BS characters. I'm assuming the BS will be on the next one for volume 2. So if there's any of those characters you've been waiting for or looking for, there you go. So our luck seems to have cooled out, chilled off. We're not quite riding that high that we were a little bit ago when it comes to how well we were pulling on this banner, but you know, there's still time for it to come back around. Please. I just need more AKIRAs at this point. I mean, I've actually done really well on Pai-chan. Really, really well on Pai-chan. I just need to get a few more AKIRAs. All right, so we're not going to turn. You want to be an SS? Huh? Huh? No? Okay. Just checking. Sorry to mess with you there, Mature. I'm trying to bother you. Good Lord. But yeah, so definitely the first half of this pity rotation was much more giving than the second half. Well, we're getting an SS, I think. Should be. Yeah, it has to be an SS. I don't think any other... Are there other... I'm going to check that. It's one of those little details you never look at because you don't care. It's one of those things. All right, let's see what we got here. Another Mary? Wow, okay. I actually am almost able to A5 her now. I think I might be able to A5 her now. I'm just curious. I want to check something real quick. Yeah, there aren't any other fast characters in here, so that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. All right. So we have 2 Marys, an A2 Pai-chan, and an Akira. We'll take those, I suppose. It's very interesting that we been getting a lot of love from Mary in this video too. But if you guys remember, back when we were summoning for Terry and Mary, I want to say we were having similar issue there. Good problem to have, but at the same time, I want to say we were actually getting pretty lucky with Mary on that banner. Could be misremembering that, but I'm pretty sure that that's what happened. Hi, Kings. All right. We're almost to the first pity. We're 3 multis away. It's been a while since I've seen that yellow. It would be nice. Just saying. All right. Things are looking bleak at the end here. Come on, game. Be nice to me. All right, fine. Don't be nice to me. It's cool. It's cool. Not going to be another SS character? Another Mary? Good Lord. All right. So this is the last one. We've went to 1 pity officially. We've spent roughly 30K, roughly at this point, if you include like the login rubies, etc. Didn't get anything on the final one. All right. So it's been a little bit since we've gotten anything on this banner, but we're going to continue and forge forward. So let's continue here. I want to get at least another couple of Akiras. I want to get ideally, I guess I would like to get them both day 3, but I'm probably being greedy, probably, but at the same time. And I might pick up a pass or something too. I've considered that. I do want to go for more of that Rugal, the Poly Rugal, which we'll talk about again when we talk about other parts of this update. But the Poly Rugal I love. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, I could just get the Polys A5 and probably be just as happy. Because that Polygon Rugal and the Kim are friggin' adorable. But that Rugal, you guys know me, I'm a huge Rugal guy, and I need to have that. Good Lord, game, give me something. Why? What is wrong with you? Good God. But yeah, that Polygon Rugal I would love to have. So I might pick up a pass or so. I haven't bought anything in this game in a long time. But for this update, I might be willing to do that. I might be willing to go that hard. We'll see. Put it that way. Put it this way. I will definitely be showing my love and support to the game through my wallet at some point for this update. Put it that way. It'd be really great, though, if you could give me something. Because I'm going to second guess it. Don't make me second guess it. Good Lord. It has been a while since we have pulled an EX character. It has been a while since we pulled an EX character. Come on. Thank you. I was going to say, like, good Lord. All right, so if it's Pai-chan, that's A3 for Pai-chan. If it's Akira, that's A1 for Akira. I mean, good Lord. Okay, I don't care. I'm indifferent. All right, well, so we got another Pai-chan. So we have an A3 Pai-chan and an Unawakened Akira. So that at least frees up the pities for Akira. So if we can get one more Akira, I can just pity the rest of the memories to get him to A3. I can just do it that way, and we can just go from there. So that'll be good too. So I would like to get one more Akira here. I'm probably just going to go to, I'm going to go to this pity. Come on. Show me some love. Come on, Akira. Come on. Let's go. Well, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. The RNG has beat me down. Although, I don't know. It always comes down to, like, I guess, personal observation more than anything. but I don't know if you would consider how we've done so far good, or if you would consider it bad. We've had quite the front-loaded half of the summon session with these fighters, so, you know, it kind of might just be an illusion if you kind of spread that out over the course of what we've done total, but I feel like we've done sort of... Oh, okay, okay. Please be an AKIRA. Be an AKIRA. Because I would like to be able to A3 both characters. That would be super, super sick. And I have the card set, I have the option cards. We can have a lot of fun. We can have a lot of fun, AKIRA. Let's go. All right, cool. Awesome. Nice. All right, so if we use the pities for the AKIRA memories, he's now at A1, we can get him to A3. So, wouldn't be a video. All right, so we're just gonna keep going though, see how this goes. We're going to just take to the full pity. Again, I'm not worried about it. Again, is not something I'm concerned about, the amount I invest on this banner, because again, I'm willing to go in a little bit on some of the stuff to support this update and pick up more, being that this is a collab that I'm actually enjoying what I'm seeing from it, and I think is going to be a lot of fun in the long run. I'm willing to go in a little bit, so I'm not worried about it. Yes, your boy might do a little bit of wailing. You call me Captain Ahab. All right. Nope. It's not a thing. Well, it's a thing, just not a good thing. All right, so we're getting close-ish to the pity. And again, at this point, very happy with what we got. I don't think we're definitely going to be, oh, we're getting an SS. No wonder I didn't remember. I blocked that banner from my memory, like most K fans. But anyway, jokes aside, like could they need to give him a proper EX. That man needs help. His fan base deserves better than SSK Dash. We'll put it that way. So anyway, I don't think anybody's getting A5'd in this video, obviously, just based on how this is going here at the end. But at the same time, A3ing both of them, I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's pretty nice for 2 pities worth. And yeah, we'll take those. I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever. No SS is cool. Awesome. It's an interesting group of gold fighters. That's a lot of king. Beautiful. All right, 4 more multis. Last 4 multis. Be nice to finish out strong. Be real nice to finish out strong. Probably not going to happen though. Based on the way this video has gone, the ends of these banners are absolutely dry as hell. That was weird. Just kind of froze up there for a second. All right, what are we getting here? Nothing. We're getting nothing. Yes, we're getting nothing. All right. 2 more. It's like the final countdown of my rubies. No, we'll be fine. What are we getting? Nothing. Damn it. I was hoping. I saw red. All right. So we are down to the last multi, you guys. It's going to take us just under 40K. Just under 40K. Which, you know, not too bad. We still got an entire other banner to go. Nothing. So, that is going to be the end of the summon session. So, overall, just to kind of recap how we did here. We went to 2 pities on the fighters. We got, with the pities included, an A3 AKIRA. And we have an A3 Pai-chan. Got a lot more Pai-chans than we did AKIRAs, but that's okay because we have pity tickets. On the card banner, we have the entire card set somehow. We have one of the finishers, the one for AKIRA, it's the attack one. We'll use the pity ticket because we've only gone to 1 pity on this banner for Pai-chan's finisher. And then we will go ahead and, we already have both options, so we'll go ahead and just call it a day on the option cards. We're good there for now. So overall, this banner closed out. I'm not going to be going back in on the card banner more than likely. Fighters, jury's out. I'm going to wait and see what the overall kits look like for the rest of these fighters. But that is what we've got right now, you guys. So look forward to content on both of these characters once I'm able to kind of play around with them and get them built up, etc. But I'm excited overall for what we've gotten with this update. I still haven't even been able to play around with or do anything with the poly character. So, you know, there's a lot here with this update. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, let me know in the comments section down below what you think about the update, what you think about these characters. I personally think they look very, very good. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. Like, share, and subscribe on your way out. And until the next one, you all take care. Peace.
Continue.